Hello, namaskar to all. In the series of teaching or familiarizing author many of the learners toward the avenues, today we are going to talk about the National Cadet Corps, Rashtriya Cadet Corps, how one can join as a cadet in the National Cadet Corps, what are the various ways of joining it, and also and what are the system or the structure in place where one can take benefit of this NCC in the college or schools. So, certain disclaimer, and in the capacity of former NCCC certificate holder, NCC cadet, and I'm making this video as alumni of the NCC, and this is not official video from Ministry of Defense or NCC. For official video, you may visit the links I will be given. Is for educational purposes, and for the student who are keen to know about the cadet course and serve the society at large level. So, as you know, NCC is one of the wing of Army, Navy, or Air Force. There are three armed forces are three in India. So, like we have in civil level, National Social Service Scheme (NSS), there are Bharat Scouts and Guides. As similarly, there is National Cadet Corps. So, you all know, if you just do the Wikipedia also, you will know that University Corps was the earlier version of the NCC. So, Kunjru Committee and other, there is the constitutional mandate given, and itself the NCC got its own acts by the Parliament of India, which is facilitating the creation of wings in this. So I'll be more deliberating about developing understanding about the National Cadet Corps. So so there are two wing, you say, like girls wing and boys, mainly NCC level, girls and boys. So girls, junior wing JW is for the girls cadet, junior level, and senior wing SW is the senior level. And for the boys NCC, so there is a junior division JD and senior division ST. So I will be talking about the senior division more because and NCC more because I was an NCC cadet in the seniors division. So NCC, how to join? So there is one officer which is designated, and he is the part of faculty of any institution. Like he can be like part of permanent faculty, having 3 year or more service in his or her tenure to be selected, and NCCC certificate holders are preferred for that associate NCC officers post, ANO post. So basically, one has to get the NOC and every recommendation from the host institution where the one is teaching the subjects, and after getting that recommendation from their own institute where they are a part of faculty members, they are teaching there as a permanent wise. So if they got the recommendation, then they can further the same can be forwarded to the Director General of NCC for further approval, and after their shortlisting or selection, they can be sent to the Officer Training Academy for the grant of commission. Is these associate NCC officers are given honorary rank of the Indian National Army, Air Force, so on and so forth. So like senior wing, senior division, junior wing wise, like girls NCC wise, there are then cadet level, there are gentlemen officers. So I will be focusing on boys NCC. So there is ANO post is created. Suppose this associate NCC officer is there, one professor, part of the faculty. Now he is the authorized person in the college to bring the NCC. So, So you know, like Indian Army follows, Air Force, all unit follows certain kind of hierarchy. So one has to understand. Like I will be giving example of Delhi Directorate where I was NCC cadet. So it's for educational purposes. So first, the starting point is the battalion. So one is getting affiliated to battalion. So if there is NCC is there, so it will be affiliated to some of the battalion of the army wing. Example for army only will take here. So one of the battalion you have to be associated, or your unit has to be associated. Then you will be called unit. So college has unit. So there is something called strength of NCC, that senior division, junior division. Then so according to the educational institution. Suppose you are college, okay, and you can be like pre-university college, PUC, or you can be intermediate college, or your institution can be full-fledged college of the any of the like academic institution affiliated with the University Grant Commission. Now suppose you have that structure, institution is there, there is one faculty called associate NCC officer, duly trained and commissioned by the respected armed forces and through the training at the OTS, Officer Training Academy. Now you got NCC wing, so there is a strength is there. So year wise there will be then bifurcation, like introduction is there. So there is enrollment form. NCC always has enrollment form. So the cadet who are like bona fide student of the academic institution in the full time degree courses. So they can also, there are other venues. So I will focus on full time student who are willing to join. So there is something called enrollment form. So when you as a cadet, like as a student of any bona fide like institution recognized by UGC, you are interested to pursue, like take part in the National Cadet Corps activity, NCC activity. So first person you have to approach is associate NCC officer of your college. So if you find associate NCC officer and there is a unit which is affiliated to the battalion, then you have to like fill the form called enrollment form, so which will be given by your ANOs, and they will be facilitating you how to fill various details in it, how to get medical certificate and etc. So purpose of creation of NCC, you know, like as motto of the NCC is unity and discipline. So through NCC, what is endeavor is to create a unity among all. We know India has multicultural system, so various states are there, union territories are there, people speak different languages, people come from different backgrounds, people has different ritualistic way of life. So we want to create unity among each other. So how we can create that unity? So creating unity, you have to be connected with each other. So the National Cadet Corps through its directorate, this called, okay. So Delhi is directorate. So these kind of directorates are there. Through their directorate, which are for joint or for single also. Like for the state of Gujarat, there is a Gujarat directorate. Delhi has Delhi directorate. So some of the directorates are combined also. So these directorate system, they have their own representation. Okay. So various activities are happening there. If one is enrolled through one like motivational session, like many of the your senior division or your college pass out who are like, there are short service commission and other entries are there, like NCC entry into the force. So there are combined defense services. So various entry level is there in Indian Armed Forces. So if some of the alumni are getting successfully placed there, so they can come, or they are usually called by the university administration and your ANO itself. So he can call them to deliver some of the lectures to motivate a student to join National Cadet Corps. So and after this motivation, orientation, etc. So some of the, if the strength is less, so there will be some selection criteria. So The institute is justified in having that selection criteria on the basis of physical endurance. There is some of the requirement of smartness. So some of the like courses are very difficult to get times in between because one has to do parade and other things. So if one can balance that, then balance studies as well as this extracurricular activity NCC. So one can take that NCC away. So if one takes, so earlier the format of the NCC was 3 year in the senior division, like 3 academic year. Suppose one comes at some year in the bachelor of like BA pass or any kind of regular degrees, history or honors. So that kind of degree one enters. So the whole 3 years were needed to complete the NCC C certificate examination. So now the things has changed. So in more of liberalized form, the more of the youth Ministry of Defense they wanted to train. So now they have done it 2 years tenure. Okay, so 2 year within first year one can get a B certificate of NCC and another year C certificate. So depending upon the laid down like requirement of the camp and other things are will come. So if one is getting introduced to the NCC, so parades are one of the part like regular features of the National Cadet Corps. So it will be more of the off weekend PT. Okay, so physical endurance I said. So there are some parades which are part of like teaching basic mannerism, or you can say the style of functioning, because one by through that National Cadet Corps we want to like train to the young generation the way of life of army, navy, air force. So some of the way of life is to drill. Okay, through drill one can be disciplined. So through learning drill you can understand how to take command. Okay, give command or represent yourself. So that kind of discipline, because one of the motto of the National Cadet Corps is there, that comes through that learning. Okay, etiquettes. So drill is one part of that aptitude, smartness, everything comes there. So the way you dress, the way you like put every accessories they call, like there is cap is there, NCC has cap. So in there are dories are there, and there are pistols are there. So you have belt also. So in the pant also there is some ceremonial dress, how to wear that, and boot also, that's DM, shoes. So that kind of how to wear this. Okay, so that turnout one learns through the seniors or through camps, etc. So after enrolling into the National Cadet Corps, founding fit, having medical requirement, indemnity bound, many issues are there, because some of the adventure activities has risk also, because you want to learn the adventure, so there will be some risk. So if some kind of like a declaration on your part or the parents' part is given that like you will not hold the trainer responsible for any mishap and other thing, because utmost care will be taken to train, but unfortunately sometimes mishap happens, so one has to agree to that. If agree, then one become formal. So first thing one gets is the enrollment number. Okay, there is one enrollment number by which you will be recognized in the NCC. You will get formal enrollment number, like enrollment number of the many of the police agencies has various rank has enrollment number. Same way you will be given belt number or enrollment number. So on the basis of that enrollment, now there are certain key features are there. So the NCC has that weekend. I said weekend drill will be there, training will be there. You will be getting some opportunity to learn smartness, everything. So these drills are part of learning, but more learning are there in adventurous camp also. So not directly going to adventure, but basics also we have to understand. So first preferred camp one suggests while joining NCC or after suddenly 3 4 months, one can think of doing combined annual training camps or annual training camps that happens. Okay, so it happens to the, you can say this 12 days camp hardly. So out of 12 days one learns to live in group, like so, so various groups might be there, senior division, junior division. So your seniors are there, you are there. So under them you learn to stay in barracks. You familiarize yourself with the daily routine of court duties there. Okay, some of the things, if you take interest, you will be like enjoying that way. So so I usually has undergone those camps, which were held sometime in Dehradun, sometime in Delhi. So same way, you can also you will also certainly get an opportunity after joining the NCC. So then see, then comes some of the certification. If first year you are able to complete just a basic, so the school level, the NCC A certificate. So these exams are called some kind of like annual exam you have in academic session. Same way NCC also has academically exams slated. So for that some basic requirement is there. You are advised to approach your associate NCC officer to know, for appearing in the suppose A certificate exam, which is basic like starting exam. So what all, how many camp you need to have, and how many like attendance in the drill and etc. is needed. So by following that prescribed, you can apply within time for that A certificate examination. And after preparing for the examination and writing well, because this practical aspect also has one of the weightage in that. So if you are able to that cross that stage, you will call A certificate holder, NCC, National Cadet Course. So then comes B certificate holder. So it's the first year of college, you can say now. So after CATC, ATCs, you can very well go for the B level examination. So more accurate requirement can be known by the from the associate NCC officer and knows. Now after these examination, if you qualify B level, so you will be designated at the B level. Your associate NCC officer can also consider you giving certain rank. So the starting rank is cadet. Okay, so if you become cadet of NCC, so on depending upon your experience, no number of camps done, the regularity and other leadership qualities, you can be given some rank. Means some of the responsibilities are there. Okay, so which are divided there. So you can be designated. So you will be getting opportunity to represent your college or your unit, and as well as your battalion at the like unit level. You can go in the group, they will say after group you can go to directorate level. So that opportunity is there. So some of the adventure camp which I have undergone, and I can tell with my experience, like there is, so adventure has always that risk component. If you are able to, like if you think you can very well withstand it, you will learn a lot. So one of the activity which I have done, I can tell, is Thal Sena camp. Okay, that Thal Sainik camp, you know Thal Sena is army, so Indian army. So this camp is with the attachment of Indian army. So you know Indian armed forces, out of Indian armed forces, Indian army one of the pillar, strong pillar. So Thal Sainik camp is attachment with that Thal Sena, Indian army. So this is camp of duration, you can say more of 12 days. But for that, no, for that one has to undergo certain kind of pre-selection at the group level, like battalion level, unit level. So there are some competitions are there because slots are less. Every directorate has their own representation there. So to get the opportunity, you should have like undergone, shown your performance during the training. Okay, if that all you are able to do, so you can understand their life, the way Thal Sena or the Indian Army carries itself. So many of the things can be learned. So other adventure activity which I can tell is like there is para jumping, para slithering's are there. So these two are the adventurous in the Prime Minister rally, which along with the Republic Day camp every, like you might have seen after the 26th January's event, that NCC Republic Day parade and PM rally commences. So slithering is one of the aspect that called para slithering. It's called a commando training because para jump and para slithering are similar exercises which has both adventure component, but slithering is more of done in the structure. You can say helicopters. Okay, for doing the like from the helicopter how to get back, how to secure the area. So you might have seen many of the videos available freely in the YouTube from the public broadcaster like Rajya Sabha TV and Lok Sabha TV, DD. And so these army days, Republic Day camps are there. So slithering is that activity where like the chain of commando comes to the battlefield and that ground, how to secure the ground and take positions and those all things. So to learn that also there is a like battalion level competition is there. After that battalion then unit level competition is there. After that unit level competition you got the directorate level. So then there are competition and the best prizes are given to the person who is doing obstacle training, that obstacle training whatever we go in the Thal Sena camp. So slithering also has that obstacle training, but it is more of how to get down. Okay, get down, get up, how to like sit. Okay, in the that helicopter while jump. So these all adventures are there. So like Thal Sena camp has that kind of activities, like it's called mm, obstacle training course. So there are obstacles, whenever you go, there are pits are there, then another. So that adventure level, whatever the Indian Army has, so that kind of structure only one is given training in the NCC. So how within this quick span of time you can like do obstacle after obstacle and reach to your goal, which is final. Okay, after the wall, big wall. So one has to learn that all and efficiency, with the efficiency and with minimum, you can say minimum loss or injury. So that is also through perfection comes now. Again and again you practice at the group level. So I remember the days I was practicing in the NCC group level. So so they were teaching us how to do that all with the perfection again and again doing. So obstacle training course is there. There is map reading, so that there. So and like with the use of compass, because many of the battlefield, that kind of fields, you don't have, like you cannot carry your GPS, or you cannot carry your smartphone, your mobile phone. These all were many of the communication means are not there. So whatever you have is your qualities. Okay, you have learned through the training in the national army, that all thing. So if you know the map reading, how to read the map with the use of compass, okay, so then you can reach the target, okay, without any like indication to that thing, that where your location is not getting divulged and other thing, and you are reaching on the spot. So that is also map reading will learn. So there are other, so one can like go like specifically. I would like to go one by one on the camps actually. As an NCC cadet, limited exposure and limited training, what we are getting and how we are understanding the things. So slithering also. So we like so before going to the real helicopter, um, so one has to go. There is a structure made, like you have to go up. There are certain like comforts are there below. So ropes are there, helmets are there with all security, and you learn how to drop. yourself without. So that also in group, because that effort is group work. Okay, it's not that one by one you have to come quickly and you have to take all together, and that also within the quick span of time, otherwise you may be like subjected to the target by enemy. So that kind of training one gets, like how quickly you have to drop from the air and take the position with your rifles, etc. So that weapon given as a training purpose. So these all like Slytherin is one of the another adventure camp one will like to undergo. So there are other camps like which has glory. Every camp has glory, every adventure has glory, but out of that also some have like tough competition, and after getting that you will understand that what is NCC is very fine, fantastic. So that kind of thing. So one of the attachment camp which I have exposure, like this Indian Military Academy attachment camp for the NCC. You can say more of B certificate qualified and who are going for C certificate, and they are able to show to the interview board and the selection panel that they worth it. So group level best cadet. So that kind of individual in the NCC they will get, because battalion is too much. So there are several units are there. All colleges have their own share. So coming out of that all competition and getting nominated, you can say, for the Indian Military Academy attachment from your directorate itself is the like bigger pride. So I have privilege of getting selected to that and understanding the life the Indian Military Academy of Dehradun. So this attachment itself is the privilege kind of thing. So similar way you will understand how like gentlemen cadets who after qualifying this CDS examination, combined defense services examination, or there are some short service commissions, or there are some junior adjutant general branch, JAC branch, or so many officers entries are there in Indian Armed Forces. So if one clears that in like officer entry level examination, I'm saying, after that one have to undergo the training at the Indian Military Academy Dehradun as a gentleman cadets GC. So in NCC, while you are in NCC, B certificate completed, going to C for C certificate, so you get an opportunity to go to Indian Military Academy from the NCC. Then you learn there what is the life of the gentleman cadets. You got to see the Indian Military Academy. So what all like drill area, Chetwood Hall, building, so many those kind of structures are there which are like training our officers. So all officers today are the product from that Indian Military Academy. So one get prestigious opportunity to go there, involve in the PT there, see the like barracks of the gentlemen cadets, see and interact with them if they are in campus. So that time, so uh, understand how is their structure, like daily structure, library, what are the etiquettes of studying in library. So mess, so what is the timing of mess, what are the dresses to wear in mess, so what all are the adventurous activity like horse riding is there. So understanding what a cadet in Indian Military Academy is called gentleman cadet, who elevates to the officer rank. So he undergoes. So there are other camps also like National Integration Camp, where like I have said, because there are directorates are there. So Delhi directorate, so Tamil Nadu directorate, Karnataka, and Goa. So these directorates are there. So these directorate, many of the cadet come. So from different directorate they have nominated. So now they are part of National Integration Camp. So in these camp we have gatherings. So every state directorate brings their own colors, like Uttarakhand directorate. Okay, many directorate have their own like religious festivals. Okay, their way of life. They represent their in the national integration camp their way of life. And this is kind of culmination of like cultural activities. There are certain kind of drill competition, flag area, so that all kind of like getting like giving best representation to your state and union territories there at the national platform, like headquarter of Director General of NCC, organized camp these are. So and also like there are certain camp like NIC. I have gone to Balasar, Odisha. So that was unique experience going to the Chandipur sea beach, and there are a lot to learn from the like my colleagues who are from Bihar Directorate, they are from JNK Directorate. So many Directorate of NCC, the senior division now, these selected cadets will come, they will represent their state, they will share their knowledge, they will share their learnings. So they will share their own perspective toward the nation and what they are doing toward the nation building. So that way, so national integration camp is helpful in understanding the nation better. So, because practically it is not possible that in each and every state and the union territory you can visit at a one time, or in several years also, that will be very difficult. But by understanding, talking, interacting with your own colleagues who are part of you only now, due to that big organization called National Cadet Corps NCC, they are with you in some organization structure. So so you are learning each other's like culture, religion, practices, and you are showing utmost respect to each other by understanding them and helping each other. So that group work. So with that, it comes more of. Then you can say that further it goes as NCC certificate examination is the culmination of all result, you can say, of the NCC is the biggest level certificate in NCC. So after getting this NCCC certificate, so in our batch we were the lucky. After this we got one selection in the personality development and intervention camp run by headquarter of TGNCC. So so that time we got lessons on personality development, how to crack service selection board to get into the armed forces. So what is like leadership skills. So that was like kind of exposure we got to understand each other, learn like officer like quality, say OLQ. So I can suggest in brief that whoever my colleagues who are in colleges, schools, they are in universities, are thinking of giving a try, and that joining the National Cadet Corps, NCC, like National Service Scheme. So like in the law faculty there is a legal services societies. So that NCC is also that kind of structure where you can contribute positively to a society, and also through the exposure you will get varied kind of skills, you can hone your skills. Okay, so there are certain relaxation by government of India, other statutory body, or the, you can say, Central Armed Police Forces. Beside that all benefit and etc., you will feel proud. Okay, so this is ultimately will come because your hard work will come, but in the NCC you will learn more about the mission. Okay, so if you are thinking of joining NCC, so you should contact your associate NCC officer. You should fill the enrollment form, go through the eligibility criteria, and some of the camp you try to like spare time and also learn about the life of the Indian Army, Indian Navy, Air Force, how they are living, what is the living condition, and what is the like pride in serving the country, and how actually you as a like youth who has a potential can join them in the rank and files, serve the motherland. or in your various intellectual capacity, if in future you want to contribute, then also it gives you certain kind of background to going for bigger issue. No matter what you become in life, you may become advocate, you can become politician, you can become legislature, you can become officer. Nonetheless, the contribution of the National Cadet Corps in development of your personality cannot be like undervalued. This is so much pride to join that in the university system, NCC. So one is inclined to say that Vande Mataram. So that feeling of pride, belongingness to the nation, service to the nation, and contribution toward the society, that zeal, that willing will come once you join the NCC. So, with best of luck to joining that. For that, like valuable those kind of suggestions, you can always subscribe my channel. You can like my videos, or you can help those youth by circulating this video. Not part of official, but it's a private NCC certificate holder I am. So in the private capacity I made this video. So for educational purpose you can give. For official, you are suggested to visit the websites which are official websites of the National Cadet Corps. And during my deliberation, if I transgress some of the things while saying something, so I seek your kind permission. Like I request you to go through the official, and it's advisable always.